माझा आवाज येतोय ना? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you done with this exercise?
येतोय मॅडम.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. Great.
डन मॅडम.
Now, okay. First exercise that we had over here is the guys. Please mute yourself because I'm wearing earphones. You have some background. Yeah. So for the first exercise that we have over here, as I told you, we have started with unit number 6 over here. Okay, the name of unit number 6 is how often do you exercise? What do we mean by how often do you exercise? What is the meaning of it? How often do you exercise
मला
means?
कसं करायला हवं?
How often म्हणजे तुम्ही किती वेळा एक्सरसाइज करता? Okay.
किती
How
वेळा
of
एक्सरसाइज करतो?
yes. How often means किती वेळा? Okay. So here we are asking how often do you exercise? That means तुम्ही किती वेळा exercise करता? Say in a week, in a month. That's what we are trying to ask over here. Yeah. Now the next that's what we are going to learn today, how to use often mostly. But before that, we are also going to learn how to talk about fitness in this unit. Okay. Now, first thing that we have over here is the top 5 sports and fitness activities in the US. Okay. Now, on the left, you have sports activities which are given, which is basketball, then you have baseball, then you have soccer, then you have football, and then you have softball. Softball is similar to baseball. ठीक आहे त्याच्यामध्ये फक्त बॉलचा साईज डिफर करतो अगेन योर सॉकर प्रोनाउन्सिएशन सॉकर आहे सॉसर नाही आहे लिहून ठेवा पाहिजे तर ठीक आहे योर सॉकर इज अगेन सिमिलर टू फुटबॉल या जस्ट द टर्म्स चेंज ओवर हियर अंडरस्टूड नाउ softball I already told you. Then we have next fitness activities. Now the first fitness activity that we have over here is walking. Then we have weight training, treadmill, stretching, and then jogging. Correct? I'm sure we all know these fitness activities. Correct? Yes. Okay. Now you have to tell me: do people in your country or people in our country enjoy any of these sports or activities? Do people in our country enjoy any of these sports or activities? You have to tell me. Answer verbally सांगायचंय तुम्हाला मला.
In our country, people enjoying sports, but
People enjoy simple present tense. Question
people
simple
enjoy
present tense मध्ये start झालं ना? Do
yes.
people in our country then
People enjoy sport
sports?
only cricket enjoy.
Sports. People in our country you can say do not enjoy all the sports but they enjoy cricket a lot. Okay. Next.
बरोबर.
Yes. And what about you, Makanji? What's your answer?
पीपल एन्जॉयच
Enjoys कुठून आलं?
पीपल्स
People आहे ना? People is
एन्जॉय
plural.
प्रेझेंट कंटिन्यूस मॅडम प्रेझेंट फक्त.
हाँ बट पीपल है ना सो प्लूरल के साथ में वी डोंट नीड
हा
एस विद द
हा
वर्ब करेक्ट
हा पीपल एन्जॉय
हम्म
फुटबॉल ऑल्सो प्लेइंग
सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस
is it?
सिंपल
Hmm.
प्रेजेंट टेंस
People enjoy
हम्म
football also, playing football also. Enjoy football also.
ओके वेरी गुड नेक्स्ट you have to tick mark the activities that you enjoy doing from the activities which are given over here
टू मध्ये काय करायचंय मॅडम?
फक्त
क्लिक तर
टिक
केलंय मॅडम.
हा फक्त टिक करायचे
टिक
जे विच ऍक्टिव्हिटीज यू एन्जॉय. ओके.
हो केलं मॅडम टिक्स.
ओके, व्हेरी गुड. नाव मेक अ लिस्ट ऑफ अदर ऍक्टिव्हिटीज और स्पोर्ट्स दॅट यू डू. म्हणजे हे सोडून तुम्ही अजून कोणत्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीज किंवा स्पोर्ट्स करता हे तुम्हाला फक्त लिहून काढायचे.
या इथे लिहिलं त्या सोडून स्पोर्टच्याच लिहायच्यात का मॅम?
Sports and fitness activities, both.
ओके.
Yes. And you have to ask in English, otherwise I'm not going to reply to you guys.
ओके.
Okay. Tell me once you're done.
मॅडम मॉर्निंग वॉक.
It's walk. It's walking. So you will not.
मॉर्निंग वॉकिंग.
Yeah, it's walking. It's There's no term as morning walk as such. It's walk. We include morning in that.
अच्छा.
Okay.
ओके ओके.
Hmm.
वॉकिंग. वॉकिंग.
It's already given there as a fitness activity.
Playing badminton with daughter. Badminton.
Okay. What else
Cycling. Bicycling दिले आहे. Bicycling.
is given over
Badminton.
there? Is given. Bicycling is giving over there. No, it's not given over here. Okay. You can include it. What else?
Badminton.
Sheetal ma'am, your answer.
Same ma'am. Not more. Only
Not
badminton
much.
and
Not much. Not many. Mm-hmm.
not me.
Not many.
Mm-hmm.
Only badminton and yoga is another. Sorry, are another.
Okay. Or other. Okay.
Other are same. Other are same.
Correct. Very good. Okay. Now, next over here. One second. Next over here, next now here we don't have any right answer or wrong answer. Okay, your answers will vary, and it's totally fine, I would say. Now the main thing that we need to understand is with which activities we will use do, and with which activities we will use go, and with which activities we will use play. Okay, now understand this. If we are talking about sports which are played with a ball, then we will use the word play. Okay, and then we will take the name of that activity. So we will say we play golf, we play cricket. Okay,
Play.
if we are talking about activities which
Cricket.
are ending with ing, and
Mhm.
it's an activity, okay, it's not a sport, so it's not a game, then we will use go. Okay, except with weight training. Weight training साठी आपण do use करणार. ठीक है? All the other activities which end in ing, we will say we go bowling, we go bicycling. ठीक है? Then we have do. Do is used with individual exercises and fitness activities. For example, we do yoga. Okay, that's what you will say. Understood?
Understood.
Write down the rules quickly.
Done, madam.
None? Okay. Now all the activities which are given over here on the left, you have to write them down over here with the words go, do, and play with the correct verbs basically. Okay, do it quickly.
मॅडम लक्षात नाही ते कसं करायचं म्हणजे
फक्त हे ऍक्टिव्हिटीज तुम्हाला डू गो आणि हे खाली लिहिलेलं आहे ना तसंच लिहायचं. डू गो आणि प्ले
डू
त्याच्यासोबत
गो.
कोणती कोणती ऍक्टिव्हिटी कोणत्या वर्ब सोबत येईल हे फक्त लिहून काढायचं.
ओके ओके ओके
हा,
ठीक आहे.
जसं लिहिलेलं आहे तसंच.
ओके.
Tell me once you're done.
Done, ma'am.
Done, madam.
Done? Okay. Now,
Done.
the answers are pretty easy over here. First one is we do aerobics, then we go bicycling, we go bowling. ओके bowling आणि bowling वेगळं आहे. Bowling is a different
Okay.
activity. एकदा गुगल करून घ्या की bowling काय असतं ते. ठीक आहे. Then we
Okay, madam.
play golf, we do karate, okay, we go
Ha, madam.
swimming, we play tennis, we play
Right.
volleyball, and then we do yoga.
Yoga. Barabar. Right.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
very good.
Okay, madam. Barabar. Right.
Yes. Very good. Moving to the next exercise, over here again, we have two people who are talking about fitness activities, mainly exercise, and that's what we are going to see today, as I said. Also observe how they are using the words often and how they are talking about frequency. किती वेळा ते ती गोष्ट करतात, ठीक आहे? I want you guys to read the conversation. Umakanji, you will be Paul, and Sheetal, you will be Mary. Okay?
Okay, madam.
Uh, you're really fit. You're really fit, Paul. Do you exercise a lot?
Exercise, exercise.
Exercise.
Mm,
Exercise.
Hmm.
Well, I almost always get up early and I lift weights for an hour.
Hour, for an hour.
Or,
Hmm.
or
Seriously?
sure. And then I often go swimming
Wow. How often do you exercise like that?
about 5 times a week. What about you?
Oh, I hardly ever exercise. I usually just watch TV in my free time. I guess I am real coach potato.
I am a
Couch
real,
pot
yes, I'm a
real
real
couch.
couch potato. What do we mean by couch potato?
Couch potato.
Not exactly.
Not aware?
Don't
Who wants to
know.
Google?
No,
Who wants to Google
no
quickly?
understand.
Google it quickly and tell me what does couch potato mean.
Lazy people.
Lazy person or a person who is mainly we can denote it as person who sits on the couch the whole day, does not have many fitness
Mhm.
activities and watches TV mainly. Okay, that's why couch potato.
Mhm.
म्हणजे couch वरती बसलेला बटाटा असं ठीक आहे.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's what a couch potato means. Okay. Now the
Okay,
conversation is
madam.
pretty simple. You're really fit, Paul. म्हणजे तू खूप fit आहेस, Paul. Do you exercise a lot? Then he says, "Why? Well, I almost always get up early and I lift weights for an hour." Okay. Then she says, "Seriously?" Then he says, "Sure." And then I often go swimming. We can see that he does many fitness activities. Correct. That's why he's so fit. Then she says, "Wow, how often do you exercise like that?" So she says, sorry, Paul says, "About 5 times a week." What about you? She says, "I hardly ever exercise." Hardly ever म्हणजे काय? कधीच म्हणजे ऑलमोस्ट कधीतरी वर्षातनं एकदा असं. I hardly ever exercise. I usually just watch TV in my free time. I guess I'm a couch potato. ठीक है? Understood why she said couch potato now?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Now let's listen to the same conversation quickly before we discuss the grammar rules. Okay. I'll play the conversation. Just give me 1 second.
CD2. Unit 6. How often do you exercise? Page 37, Exercise 3. Conversation. I hardly ever exercise. Part A. Listen and practice.
You're really fit, Paul. Do you exercise a lot?
Well, I almost always get up early, and I lift weights for an hour.
Seriously?
Sure. And then I often go swimming.
Wow. How often do you exercise like that?
About 5 times a week. What about you?
Oh, I hardly ever exercise. I usually just watch TV in my free time. I guess I'm a real couch potato.
Okay. Were you able to hear it? ऐकू आलं
Page
ना?
37,
हो हो.
Okay. Great. Now,
Exercise 3, Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. What else does Paul
now we'll listen to the rest of the conversation. Here we have to focus on the question, what else does Paul do in his free time? That means तो त्याच्या फ्री टाइम मध्ये काय करतो? ओके, म्हणजे अजून काय करतो बेसिकली. एवढे सगळे ऍक्टिव्हिटीज त्यांनी ऑलरेडी सांगितलं, तर अजून काय करतो त्याच्या फ्री टाइम मध्ये? ओके, लेट्स लिसन टू इट अँड देन यू हॅव टू टेल मी द आन्सर. ओके.
do in his free time?
What else do you like to do, Paul?
Well, I like video games a lot. I play them every day. It drives my mom crazy.
Hey, I play video games all the time, too.
Well, listen, I have some great new games. Why don't we play some after class today?
Okay.
Okay. So what else does Paul do
Page
in his
37,
what else does Paul do in his free time?
Video games.
He likes video games or he plays video games? व्हिडिओ गेम
He
खेळतो
plays.
का फक्त आवडतं आपल्याला?
He play video games.
Playing video
He
game.
plays. Simple present tense.
Plays.
Okay, very good. Now, as I said, over here we will be discussing about adverbs of frequency. Okay, adverbs of frequency are nothing but the words that we use to talk about frequency. What are adverbs? Adverbs are the words that we use to give us more information about verbs, adjectives,
Verbs.
and other adverbs. ठीक आहे. Adverbs आपल्याला दुसऱ्या verbs बद्दल सांगतात, adjectives बद्दल सांगतात आणि दुसऱ्या adverbs बद्दल पण सांगतात. ठीक आहे. That's what the definition of adverbs means. Now, as we talk about adverbs of frequency, the words are nothing but जे आपण यूज करतो फ्रिक्वेन्सी बद्दल बोलण्यासाठी. फ्रिक्वेन्सी म्हणजे काय, की आपण किती वेळा काय ऍक्शन करतोय. ठीक आहे. Now there are different ways of saying this action. We'll understand it on the basis of percentage. ठीक आहे. Now, if we do some action 100%, then we will say I always get up at 7 a.m. म्हणजे मी रोज ती ऍक्टिव्हिटी करते. Now understand this. These terms will only be used with simple present tense again because we are talking about frequency, we are talking about repeated action. Yeah. So we will use them with simple present tense. I always get up at 7 a.m. Okay. Now if I do some activity once a week, that is say 95%, then I will say I almost always get up at 7 a.m. Okay. म्हणजे मी आठवड्यातनं 6 वेळा 7 a.m. ला उठते, but on other days I might wake up a little late. ठीक है. Then when I say usually, that means say around 75% of frequency. I usually go to the mall or I usually cook at home. That means 75% of time I cook at home. Then when we say often म्हणजे आपण परत परत ती ऍक्टिव्हिटी करतोय, but 50% फ्रिक्वेन्सी आहे, 100% नाहीये. Then we will say often. Now understand this, the pronunciation is often and not often. ठीक आहे. ऑफ्टन हा वर्डचा प्रोनाउन्सिएशन कोणत्याही ऍक्सेंट मध्ये नाहीये. त्या वर्डचं प्रोनाउन्सिएशन ऑफन अस आहे. बट ऑफकोर्स यू विल कम अक्रॉस मेनी पीपल, इवन नेटिव्ह पीपल, हु से द वर्ड ऑफ्टन. ठीक आहे. बट दॅट्स नॉट द ऍक्च्युअल प्रोनाउन्सिएशन ऑफ दॅट वर्ड. द ऍक्च्युअल प्रोनाउन्सिएशन इज ऑफन. क्लिअर. देन वी हॅव समटाइम्स. समटाइम्स म्हणजे कधी कधी. हार्डली एव्हर म्हणजे खूप कमी वेळा, 10%, 15% ऑफ फ्रिक्वेन्सी. आय हार्डली एव्हर गो आउट टू इट. Okay, I almost never eat out. Then I'm saying कि once in a blue moon म्हणजे वर्षातनं एकदा कधीतरी मी जात असेल तर I will say I almost never go out to eat. ठीक आहे. Then never म्हणजे 0%. कधीच नाही. Understood? Now, next thing that we have is the phrases that we use, like every day, once a week, twice a month, three times a year. Here's a phrases. Correct? These can also be used to talk about frequency. So if I ask you, how often do you exercise? Then you will say, I lift weights every day, or I exercise every day. I exercise twice a week. I exercise three times a year. Okay? But we can also say ask the same thing. Do you ever watch TV in the evening? Then you can say, yes, I often watch TV after dinner. I sometimes watch TV before bed. That is how you can answer the question. Now, one more rule that you need to know over here is these adverbs that we have, hardly ever, almost never, never. If we are using a main verb, जे की आपण simple present tense मध्ये main verbs use करणार, बरोबर? So main verbs जर आपण use करतोय, तर हे adverbs main verb च्या आधी येणार sentence मध्ये. So I will say, I often watch TV. So watch is the verb over here. So I will say, I often watch TV after dinner. I sometimes watch TV before bed. Now usually and sometimes कधी कधी स्टार्टला पण येतं, पण आपल्याला हा रूल लक्षात ठेवायचा आहे, म्हणून आपण वर्बच्या आधीच याला यूज करणार. ठीक आहे. I hardly ever watch TV. I watch TV hardly ever. That's incorrect word order. Okay. I hardly ever watch TV. And if we are using these phrases, that is every day, once a week, twice a month, three times a year, then I will place them at the end of the sentence. म्हणजे मी त्याला end of the sentence मध्ये place करणार. Okay. कळलं का? Rule?
Yes, ma'am.
हो मॅडम. हो मॅडम.
Okay. Because this is very important. Okay. Everyone, like most of the students make mistakes in this. That's why I'm highlighting it again. Write down the rule quickly and then I will give you the exercise of the day.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. उमाकांत जी आपका भी हो गया?
एक मिनट मैडम. Approx. Done madam.
Okay. Now try doing the exercise. Here you have to use the correct adverbs at the correct place and you have to rewrite the sentences in your notebook. Okay. What is the rule? Verbच्या आधी येणार usually, almost always, often हे सगळं. And twice a week, about 3 times a week, कुठे येणार? End of the sentence ला. So mark it accordingly. Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Done with all the exercises?
All 5 question here, ma'am, only.
Yes. So you're done with all of them, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Umakanji?
मॅडम सेकंडचं नाही बाकी सगळं झालं.
Okay. Tell me the first one then,
सॉरी थर्ड.
Umakanji. Tell me the first one.
डू डू यू एवर प्ले स्पोर्ट्स?
Okay.
Sure. I play soccer twice a week.
Soccer. मी मगाशीच सांगितलं pronunciation त्याचं highlight करून.
Soccer.
Yes. Hmm.
I play soccer twice a week.
Okay. Next, Sheetal
Uh,
ma'am.
What do you usually do on Saturday morning? Nothing much. I almost sleep until noon.
Almost always. Almost always.
2 words use. Okay.
Almost always सांगितलं ना मी इथे होतं ना phrase almost always कुठे गेलं?
Yes, yes.
इथे almost always होतं ना?
Oh,
हा.
nothing. Almost always.
Yes. Number 3, Sheetal ma'am, you want to continue?
okay. Do you often do aerobics at the gym? No, I hardly do aerobics.
Very good. I hardly ever.
Okay.
I hardly
Hardly
ever
ever.
do aerobics. Okay. Very good. Number 4, Umakanji.
Do you always exercise on Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
No, I never exercise on Sunday.
Sundays, because we are talking about repeated actions, so we are talking about all the Sundays. Okay. Repeated action.
Sundays.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
what do you do usually after class?
What do you usually do after class? Do इथे main verb है ना?
What do you usually do after class?
Hmm.
I I go out with my classmates about 3 times in a week. 3 times a week.
Very good. Okay, understood? Now, your task for homework is that you will write down at least two sentences with each of the adverbs which are given over here. Okay, and you will talk about
Uh,
your routine. हे सगळे
Madam,
adverbs लिहून करून हा एक मिनिट मला complete करू द्या.
madam,
एक second.
usually I exercise before work. हे आन्सर झालं मॅडम. याचं क्वेश्चन्स कसं सांगितलं इकडं पर्सन म्हणून.
एक मिनिट कुठे कुठे
युजली
म्हणताय तुम्ही स्वतः
युजली
सांगता का मला आन्सर का इकडचं सांगता काही
नाही नाही. हा स्वतःच ऍडवर्स ऑफ
हा
फ्रिक्वेन्सी.
हा हा
यात युजली आय एक्सरसाइज बिफोर वर्क.
हाऊ
हे
ऑफन
आन्सर फॉर्मॅट मध्ये झालं. याचं क्वेश्चन फॉर्मॅट मध्ये कसं सांगितलं मॅडम.
हाऊ ऑफन आय युजली एक्सरसाइज question if you're asking yes and no questions then it will be of course do you ever पासून start होईल आपला question ठीक आहे do you ever
डू यू
exercise
एव्हर.
do you ever exercise before office then you will say yes I usually exercise before office okay
ओके ओके
but if
मॅडम.
you're asking WH question then when do you exercise usually or when do you usually exercise so you can say I usually exercise before office
ओके मॅडम.
कळलं का so two ways of asking the question understood. It totally depends whether you want an explanatory answer or you want yes and no as an answer. Okay?
ओके
कळलं
मॅडम.
का? हाँ. Same way now, you will make the answers or sentences we can say with the adverbs that we just saw over here. You will try to make at least two sentences with each of the adverbs. Okay?
ओके मॅडम.
Understood? Okay.
अंडरस्टूड मॅडम.
We'll stop over here for today. We will continue on Monday. Tomorrow, we do not have a class, of course, but make sure you revise everything that we have studied till now, especially simple present tense. Simple present tense चे मला एवढे mistakes नको आहेत अजून do dash चे mistakes होत आहेत verb सोबत s चे mistakes होत आहेत. So avoid that. Okay. Make sure you
ओके
revise
मॅडम.
and make enough sentences in that also and use it while speaking to each other. That's very, very important. Okay. To each other and to
ओके मॅडम.
others also. That's where your practice will come into the picture. Okay, and of course, next session we are also going to do speaking practice in the session. So make sure you have your simple present tense thorough before that. Okay,
ओके
कळलं का?
मॅडम.
Yes.
हे डब्ल्यू एच मध्ये परत एक वेळा समजून सांगा ना मॅडम. युजली बद्दल जसं व्हॉट डू यू डू.
सेंटेन्स
व्हॉट
स्ट्रक्चर
डू
काय
यू.
आहे सेंटेन्स स्ट्रक्चर जो आहे आपलं सिम्पल प्रेझेंट टेन्सचा सिम्पल प्रेझेंट टेन्स मध्ये वर्ब जिथे येईल वर्बच्या आधी हे आपले वर्ड येणार कुठलाही वर्ब असू देतो त्याच्या आधी आपले हे वर्ड येणार सिम्पल
व्हॉट डू यू डू. डू वर्ब म्हणजे त्याच्या अगोदर युजली.
येस
हा आणि डब्ल्यू एच मध्ये तेच सेम.
डब्ल्यू एच मध्ये हा दोन्ही
डब्ल्यू एच
मध्ये
मध्ये.
हा आणि
हो
सेम डू यू
राईट राईट. हो
येस एन नो जरी केलं तरी डू यू युजली
डू यू युजली. बरं राईट. क्लिअर झालं मॅडम. ओके
ओके कुठलाही सेंटेन्स
ओके
असू
क्लिअर
दे
झालं.
वर्ब आला त्याच्या आधी
हम्म,
ऍडवर्ब
हम्म.
येणार फ्रिक्वेन्सी वाले ओके
ओके.
फ्रिक्वेन्सी वाले
हा.
रिमेंबर दॅट
हम्म.
कळलं
कळलं मॅडम.
दॅट इज वाय एम सेइंग प्रॅक्टिस फ्यू सेंटेन्सेस ऑन युअर ओन देन ते थोडंसं अजून डोक्यात राहील मग तुमच्या ठीक आहे
ओके. नॉर्मली मॅडम आतापर्यंत असंच ऐकलं होतं ऍडवर्ब म्हणजे वर्ब बद्दल डिटेल्स सांगता आपल्याला. पण आता हे
करेक्ट
परत त्यात ऍडजेक्टिव्ह मध्ये ते थोडस बघावं लागेल. त्यामध्ये त्याच्याबद्दल ते म्हणजे
हा हा
त्यात ऍडजस्ट हा
ते
म्हणजे
आपण
पण ते
पुढे
हेच होतं.
पुढे बघू पण ओके आपण परत आपण ते
हम्म,
रूल्स
हम्म,
बघणार पण
हम्म,
आहोत सो डोंट वरी राईट नाव वी
हम्म.
जस्ट सी इट ॲज अ फ्रिक्वेन्सी वर्ड ठीक आहे फ्रिक्वेन्सीसाठी आपण कसं यूज
ओके
करतो या
ओके ओके ओके. ठीक आहे.
ठीक आहे
ठीक आहे मॅडम.
understood
ओके.
yeah okay then chalo no problem bye bye I'll see you guys tomorrow sorry me I'll see you guys on Monday make sure you revise everything okay
Yes.
yeah
ओके मॅडम. ओके.
bye bye good night